Knock, Scratch by Nadia Abdi. I just like seeing my name and stuff. So, a kind of secondary title for this is Menace, Peak, Peck, which are the three, just three random words that I got from an app. So the words came up and then I tried to incorporate those words into a story. And this is actually the second story that came up. The first one I started writing was like kind of a mobster theme, and I got bored with it really quickly, so I moved on to talking animals. Once upon a time, there was a crow named Peck. To say he was a menace would be an understatement. Peck liked to peek on other birds' trees. He'd even go so far as to peek on other birds' nests or knock them down. One day, a group of squirrels caught him. They trapped him in a net and held him down while one filed down his beak. Once upon a time, there was a crow named Knock. So, once upon a time, I found kind of puts me in like automatic story mode. Like I immediately start thinking fantasy and all kinds of what ifs and what my options are for the story. But I also found it works to reset the story. Um, so I guess kind of instead of using parts or I don't know, it just helps me kind of start over from a new or similar place in the story. So I use that a lot in this story and a few others. It's really bothering me. Where was I? He liked to knock on other birds' trees or knock their homes to the ground. One day, a group of squirrels caught him in a net. Since he didn't learn his lesson the first time, this time they clipped his wings. I don't know why I wrote the story like this. Like, I don't even like squirrels. Once upon a time, there was a crow named Scratch. He barely had any beak left. He couldn't fly, so he had to climb trees. When he climbed, he made a scratching noise as his talons raked across the bark. Because he couldn't fly, he couldn't swoop down on other nests as he did before. Now he had to peek around branches to see when other birds had gone. He'd knock on the nest and cheer as the nest crashed and crunched into the leaves and brush below. One day, the squirrels caught him. They really shouldn't be the heroes of this story. And I feel like I remember when I was younger watching a group of crows attack a squirrel because it was up to some squirrel shit and they didn't like whatever it was doing. And I imagine it probably stole some food and they were on his ass. And I don't know how I got them being the heroes in this story from that memory. I'm very confused. The haughty Scratch boasted, "What are you going to do? You can't take my beak, you already took that. You can't take my wings, you already took those." The squirrels backed away slowly as a shadow moved over Scratch from behind. He looked up to see a tabby cat and the tabby cat's teeth. And that was the last time anyone had heard from Scratch. I feel like that ending was really more of I had just watched I can't remember the name of the movie, but like the recent Netflix movie with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, and Al Pacino plays the union rep who disappeared, and they intimate that Robert De Niro's character killed him and all. Like it's a spoiler, but it's an old movie. You should have seen it by now. And for some reason, but I like mobster movies. Like who doesn't like mobster movies? And I feel like that probably would have been the end of the first story that I was gonna write. Anyway, I'm not sure he should have been killed for this, and I don't know why the squirrels teamed up with the cat, but that's what happened. There you go.